I grew up on Long Island, Roosevelt, Hempstead. To be quite honest, I thought I would die by 12. That's the way I was going. Got arrested at 11. I'm talking about selling drugs, gangbanging, just to make a living, to put food on the table. And think about it, I'm only 11 years old, and that's all I was taught. That's what my dad did to me, my biological father. I was in the cop car. There was nobody chasing me saying, "Oh my God, what happened?" It was, "Enjoy your time." It was in a group home at the age of 14. I was 18 when I was adopted by my dad, Joe. Now it's a whole different story.
This just needs water.
You want me to just scoop it onto there?
Just scoop it on?
I just don't have that much.
All right.
I think too much before I do anything. Oh.
Either done.
It's going out the side.
Oh yeah, remember?
I was adopted 2 years ago by my father, Joe Tolles. I live also with my two brothers, Ronnie and Xavier. My mother passed away when I was 6 years old, so I moved in with my brother, but he would get drunk at night a lot and beat me while asleep. I was like, I ran away, and I slept outside in the snow for 3 days. I went into foster care when I was 11 years old.
I lived with my own uncle for a time, but I had to get removed from my own uncle because, well, they chose to get me out because at the time I was having difficulty and it was just horrible, so that's kind of how I started going to foster care. I was adopted last month.
I decided that I wanted to adopt, and I'm single, I don't have any support, so I don't know how I would have been able to do it having a younger kid. And I wasn't really looking for a 17-year-old. I was thinking, okay, a 9, a 10-year-old, you know, a little kid that I can hold his hand and walk to the bus stop and put him on the bus would be cute. And then there was Xavier. Xavier's been here 4 years. John's been here for 3 in August.
I've been here for like 8 months. When we first came,
it was every day.
Rocky, you know.
It was every day when we first.
That was a bloodbath.
I would be at meetings, getting text messages, phone calls.
I'm leaving.
Let's go.
Moving here, it was very, very scary. I just didn't know what to expect, you know. Was it gonna be another person that I had to fight against? I've always had male figures that beat me, that told me I wasn't gonna make it, that I wasn't worth anything. But here goes a guy that's willing to bring me into the house to teach me how to become a grown man, to succeed. I started understanding that this is a guy that's gonna be in my life forever, and I've never had that before. This is a good man, and I look at him as my dad. He's the only dad I've ever had. He's not a big basketball guy. He kind of sucks. Don't tell him I said that.
Both of y'all, I want both of y'all. Come on, Ronald, don't be shy.
I just felt like this was home since the first time I stepped in the house. He would talk to me a certain way. There was always something about motivation, like strive to do whatever you want to do. Your life is not always going to be as bad as it may be now, and I know when he told me, "You're not going anywhere," I know he meant it.
You gotta believe it was an agency who really connected me to my 3 boys. Their mission is to make sure that older kids are adopted and not homeless after the foster care experience. I grew up in foster care from birth to aging out at the age of 21. I never knew my birth parents. I want very much for my children to have the experience that I didn't have, a true sense of a family. Kids in adoption, older kids obviously, have this sense that they're less than everybody else. I want them to understand that the world is theirs. I want them to feel comfortable in their own skin. I want them to belong. And it's a struggle.
My youngest brother, Ronnie, the quiet one, and I'm always there helping them out. he gets angry, and I know how that feels because my whole life I've been angry. When he first came, there was no sign of him dancing around, from him singing, from him rapping, and he's finally started opening up, and you could see how happy he is, how much he's enjoying being here.
XAVIER, he's just real cool as a brother.
This is my cave where everything happens, my music and all my ideas. It's quite a mess, everything all over the place. As you can see, my room is such a comfort spot for me, and I've never had that before. It represents who I am in so many different ways. This is where everything happens, big things. I have big plans.
I have 3 teenage boys, 14, 17, and 20. And they bring their own unique experiences, personalities, challenges, and they make me think every single day, am I doing this right? Am I, was this? And as much as I try to give them, they give me. Good, bad, or indifferent, we belong to each other. Having a family, knowing that when you open the door, there's going to be somebody there is what is the best thing.
I got the chance to restart my life. What I have now, with a home, a family, that's the only thing I've been looking for my whole entire life.
It's a forever family. It slowly worked and, it stayed. It's like glue. We all just glued together.
We're always gonna have that connection. Holidays and everything, we're always gonna be together no matter what. We'll always be family.